Greetings, Northwest. Happy July. How is it that we're halfway through the year already? It's crazy, right? All right, so welcome to July 1st Tuesday. Super happy to have you all join us. I wasn't sure if any of you would be in town, but it turns out some of you stayed. I'm happy about this. Not everybody went to San Diego or someplace less hot, right? All right, so tonight we're going to talk a little bit about fireworks. We've had lots of questions pouring into the substation about "You light it, we write it," which I really love the slogan. We will tell you what safe and sane is. We'll talk a little bit about what you can do, because I know some of you look like illegal fireworks odors. Exactly. I can always tell by the people that look around. And I'm sure a lot of you are going to tell me you have neighbors that are illegal firework lighters. Rest assured, we're going to handle as many as we can and pawn the rest off on the fire department. Right? That's what we should do. I'm just kidding. We actually have a really good partnership this year lined up with Clark County Fire Department, Las Vegas City Fire, that will be out there enforcing the law to the fullest of our capabilities. And then the next exciting bit of news I have is we have 2 newcomers to Northwest Area Command, which is a good thing, and we are excited to introduce them to you tonight. So this is my assistant. If you call, she will answer. She's the brains and mostly the brawn behind the operation now. So I just want you to know she's the newest member of our team, and we're certainly honored to have her on the Northwest family. She will come with me and Rick to Summerlin. So when you see her around and you call or you come by the station, make sure you say hello. So Cindy, welcome. We're really excited to introduce our new graveyard lieutenant, what we call Rick 2.0, or Lieutenant Myers. And tonight is his first Tuesday, so everything you see and hear tonight, he has planned and coordinated and done. And I'm going to pass the microphone over to him. I just wanted to introduce him and let you guys know you're in very good hands tonight. We're happy to have Lieutenant Myers on our leadership team.
So my background, like the captain said, is in a little bit more covert environment. So this is all new to me. And so I appreciate you coming here and giving me a hard time to get my teeth wet and being part of the citizenry and outreach that we do at Northwest Area Command and here at the Police Department. So I want to take this minute to give a commendable action to Pastor Tony Mayberry. Pastor Mayberry, every Friday night since my arrival at Northwest Area Command, whether rain or shine, you were always here to send my officers out to the streets. I had to throw that in because it felt like this, like March and April, every Friday night, it just poured on us. So the rain or shine was just because of that. Your congregation at Orchard Baptist Church always provides the officers of Northwest Area Command with some snacks for their shifts. I have no doubt that these snacks have been these officers' lunches during their busier shifts. The prayers you leave my officers with are always a great reminder for them that not only does their God watch over them, but there are many members of the Las Vegas community who pray for their safety nightly. I have no doubt this makes the officers you impact feel better going out to face the evils of their job. Thank you for your continued support and partnership with the Las Vegas Metro Police Department and our Northwest Area Command. So again, on April 28, 2019, LVMPD officers were dispatched to a suicidal subject call. The details of the call and the officer's investigation revealed the suicidal subject had previously attempted to commit suicide and that there were likely children present inside of the residence. Sergeant Tafaris worked with his officers assigned to the event to develop an entry plan into the residence to check the welfare of both the suicidal subject and the children. Upon making entry, officers located the suicidal subject, who was minutes away from death due to an overdose of unknown pills and consuming a large portion of a bottle of whiskey. The entry team also located 2 small children who would have not been able to care for themselves and would have been in the house with their deceased mother for what possibly could have been a long period of time had it not been for these officers. The actions taken by Sergeant Jafaris, by Officer Abbott, Officer Austin, Officer Roski, Officer Darris, and Officer Brennan followed the recent awareness report produced by the Office of Internal Oversight on Community Caretaking Doctrine and the LVMPD values of courage and excellence. You are to be commended for your work during this event. And thank you for your time every night as you go out to work these streets. The only 2 officers that are missing are Officer Abbott and Officer Darris. They're both unavailable to come. But I wanted to present this to them in front of the citizens of Northwest so they know the work that these men and women do every night they go to work.
Zaleski. Officer Brennan.
And next, from the Southern Nevada Health District, we have Heather Woods, who's going to come and discuss aquatic safety.
I'm Heather Woods. I'm with the Southern Nevada Health District. So my presentation is basically, I have a little bit of public information for you, but also personal. Hopefully this, you guys can take whatever I give you and take it home and use it in your daily activities. If you have a pool at home or if you go to pool parties or anything, that way you can use this knowledge. Barriers are a huge concern because kids are attracted to water. I have 3 grandkids of my own. And my little 4-year-old, she loves the water. She's a fish. And she sees the water and she just wants to go play in it all the time, and it makes me concerned. And she sees toys. Having this very secure. So we want to make sure that the gates self-close and self-latch. At least have a gate, have some kind of, even a door alarm. Even a door alarm. I even go to public pools and they have door alarms on their gates, which is wonderful. They have an alarm system where if the gate's left open, all of a sudden it starts flaring and it's like going off, and then people get annoyed, and so somebody's gonna come shut the gate, which I love. A lot of people like to use the buoy as a toy. Of course it floats. I mean, it's fun. You know, all the kids want to go out there and play, but they fail to realize that is actually there to save them and help them. And make sure they have that rope. If you have a buoy and you just throw it out at them, it doesn't help if you, to save a drowning person, to have the buoy out there and you can't hold them in without the rope. Make sure that rope's long enough for them to throw it out there and you can drag them back in. Have their shepherd's crook. You have your shepherd's crook out there, so if they're in the deep end, that somebody can reach into and grab them. The deck and the handrails, make sure they're not loose when you're getting in and out of the pool. If you don't have a loose rail and you slip and fall when you get out, we don't want that. And your decking is not slippery. There's no cracks or anything that are standing up there and make you trip and fall and hurt yourself. Again, the barrier, this little child coming in and trying to open the gate, it's safely locked, he can't get into it. Even at your home residence, have a first aid kit available. Even if it's in the kitchen or something close by, just have it available, ready, so that way if they have something happen, some kind of injury, it's available for them. And have their own personal rules posted. It's nice, you know, you can say, even if you have it there ready for them, if you have it at kids, I know a lot of parents have kids' pool parties or adults will have pool parties, and people do get out of hand, and you know, have to teach the children. You know, this is, even though this is a fun event, that we still have to have rules so we don't get hurt and injured.
Our next presenter will be my Las Vegas Fire Department partner, Scott Thompson, and he's been busy. So he's the Las Vegas Fire Inspector.
Good evening. I'm Scott. This is Marcus and Jason Glass. He's from TNT Fireworks. I brought him to kind of explain the difference to you guys between the safe and sane and the illegal stuff, since he's in the industry.
So if it is a safe and sane legal item, first of all, you're going to be able to purchase it locally. It's available to be purchased at any of the booths that are open around town now. All of those booths are manned by nonprofit organizations, local nonprofit organizations. They've had to go through a training process and a permitting process to be able to sell these things. Those fireworks are available at the booths. Additionally, those items that are being sold in the booths have gone through a vetting process as well. Not only have they been tested at the manufacturer level, they've been tested at an independent testing facility in the state of Virginia through an outfit called the AFSL, American Fireworks Standards Laboratory. Additionally, when they come in here to the state of Nevada, and specifically to the Las Vegas jurisdiction, they're tested by Inspector Thompson and Marcus over here. They make sure that the fireworks that are sold are safe and function properly. The items additionally that show that they're safe and sane is that they have an additional California Safe and Sane logo on them. That means that they were tested and approved in the state of California as well. So if you see an item sold in the booth, stays on the ground, it just sparkles, snap, crackles, and pops a little bit, has that Safe and Sane California seal on it, you know that you're dealing with an item that's been approved and is legal to be sold and used here in the state of, here in Southern Nevada. Now, when it comes to the illegal fireworks, can those be purchased at the booths? Obviously not. Those are purchased outside of the city and county limits, really. They're purchased through the Indian Reservation or out in Pahrump. Now, those items don't have the California Safe and Sane logo on them, but the real distinctive feature the gentleman brought out in the back is that they shoot up in the air, right? The actual composition of that item leaves the tube it's in and goes up into the air, and it does explode, and it has a report, usually a bang of some kind, and then flashes of light and color. Now, additionally, there's items like bottle rockets, firecrackers, Roman candles. Those things seem small, they seem like they might be allowed, but they're not. And the problem is with them is they are uncontrollable. And that's really kind of the biggest problem with the illegal fireworks that are coming into the county right now, is that they're uncontrollable, right? Once they leave, you can't do anything with them. You can't control where they go. They could end up in palm trees, they could end up in houses, garages, whatever. Additionally, too, would be reloadable mortars. I think you've probably seen these, the big tubes with the single shots that drop in. The problem you have with those things is a lot of times they can get knocked over in the heat of the moment. You drop it, you light it, you run, you can knock it over, and what happens when it gets knocked over? Who knows where it's gonna go, right? Might go into a crowd of kids, might go into the neighbor's house, who knows? And if you see illegal fireworks being used, there's a new outlet. It's a website. It's called iSpyFireworks.com. iSpyFireworks.com. If you see something, or you see people shooting off illegal fireworks, and those are ones that shoot, go up in the air, and boom, you can report it through that website. And it creates a heat map. In fact, we had so much success with it last year that the heat map produced from the reports last year is where the task force, that's the police and the fire departments working together to crack down on the illegal use, is using the hot spots from last year as a template to start working the enforcement this year.
Use the site, because we will use that to target where we're gonna go for enforcement. It's frustrating when your neighbor's doing it at 2 in the morning and shakes your windows, right? Or it's more frustrating when they set the house on fire because a bottle rocket goes through a window. So we don't want that to happen. So that's like Jason said, once it leaves, there's no control. We have wind variables. The other part of the stuff he was talking about, we have shrapnel injuries from fiberglass, people getting impaled in their eyes, hands, and little kids.
And again, I'll ask just utilize that website, please, for reporting, and be safe. Thank you all for coming.